The origins of kaya toast can be dated back to when the Hainanese immigrants arrived in Singapore in the early 1900s. The migrants include the founders of Keng Ho Heng Coffee Shop, which is now commonly known as Kilini Kopitiam, and the founders of Ya Kun Kaya Toast. The Hainanese, who were illiterate and quite poor, arrived in Singapore after the other Chinese dialect groups. This proved to be a huge disadvantage to them, as the other dialect groups, such as the Hokkiens, had already established business and communities in Singapore. So back then, the Hainanese were only a minority, working other jobs in the service sector such as cooks and waiters to serve food to the richer Peranakan and European people. Many of these Hainanese immigrants also had jobs as cooks on British ships and therefore knew about Western dishes such as toast during Singapore's colonial rule. During these years, some of the Hainanese immigrants set up their own coffee shops, putting a local twist to the traditional Western toast with jam. They used kaya, a local blend of coconut cream, sugar, and eggs that originated in Southeast Asia instead of jam. The dish was served in kopitiam or coffee shops. Even today, after at least a century, kaya toast is still being served as breakfast or tea in Singapore and can be found without any difficulty in any hawker centre. It is thus a huge part of Singapore's identity, and the dish is undoubtedly a local favourite.
Toast is one of the most iconic dishes in Singapore, and many Singaporeans eat kaya toast for breakfast and tea. But where did it originate? Let's take a look at its history. Kaya toast originated from Hainanese migrants from China, like the founders of Ya Kun Kaya Toast and Keng Ho Heng Coffee Shop when they arrived in Singapore in the early 1900s. In the past, many Hainanese worked on British ships as cooks and learned how to make toast. When they settled in Malaysia and Singapore, they sold the food they made to the locals, replacing Western jam with the cheaper local jam known as kaya. To make the dish, they char-grilled bread over charcoal or toasted bread before spreading it with butter and kaya, which is a blend of coconut cream, eggs, and sugar. Kaya toast is often served with soft boiled eggs and black coffee. Since kaya toast originated in Singapore, it is therefore a local dish. There are many variations to kaya toast, with the original being the single slice kaya toast. Many sellers also sell the double sliced kaya toast with thicker bread slices and heartier fillings. A fusion between the West and East is the French kaya toast, which is open-faced with milk and eggs on the bread. There are kaya toasts with different textures as well, like the cracker kaya toast and the steamed kaya toast. The space bun kaya toast uses round buns instead of flat slices of bread. This makes it softer and gives a light and fluffy texture.